security. What's going on, guys? HalfClickUp here. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday, June 25th, and it is actually midday. It is about an hour before lunch, and we are en route to the hospital to check out an ultrasound. Yep, we're going to see if Amelia's bits and pieces and parts are all where they're still supposed to be, so to speak. And so that's where we're headed right now. Sorry, only a first-person point of view today, because stupid me forgot to charge my my B camera there. Go figure. And that's unfortunate. And the reason why that's unfortunate is because one of the things I was going to talk about is how I'm running a grand experiment here lately. So if you guys follow me, you know that I've been having random shutdown issues with that Hero 3 Black that uses my B cam, you know, for a third-person point of view to kind of mix it up a bit. I like to scene cut back and forth typically. And the problem, as you've seen in some of my past vlogs, is that every now and again, at random it seems, the Hero 3 Black will actually shut itself off for some unknown reason. And my initial inclination was that that had a lot to do with the fact that I was running an old SD card, a little 64 gig Ultra Plus, not known for being able to record HD content very quickly. And so I upgraded SD cards to an Ultra Pro, I believe it is. And it's a 128 gig card. Well, anyways, long story short, what I did is I took the 64 gig card out of the Hero 3 Black and I put it in the Hero 4 Silver, and I took the new fast card out of the Hero 4 and put it in the Hero 3. The point, mind you, is that if the theory is correct that it's the card that was an issue, this camera should be the one to shut off and that one should just stay on. Well, go figure. My first experiment last week, Friday, matter of fact, I ran both cameras like dual point of view vlog the whole way home from work for about a half hour. Neither one of them shut off. No explanation. And so the theory has still not been proven, and so we still don't know whether getting another faster card is going to fix the issues altogether. Here we are with the old card in the Hero 4, and it's recording just fine for whatever reason. So that brings another point to mind, another curiosity, so to speak, is could it possibly be a temperature issue? And the reason why I say that is I think maybe all of these instances, I think, have been associated with really hot days. You know, on the way home where the sun is basically behind my head and shining for the most part directly onto the Hero 3, and so my guess is maybe it's overheating our little Hero 3, and that's why it's shutting off, because it's getting too hot. Of course, it doesn't tell you anything like that, like it's overheating or anything. It shuts off. But so I don't know. That's the alternate theory. I suppose that's a possibility that we're gonna have to consider until I can manage to get this old card to shut a camera off again. Got us a nice little alternate route going here through across the river from downtown Waco. It's nice through here. Kind of a nice little shortcut to the interstate too, man. Google Maps will have you go all through the old part of Waco, and those roads suck, man. I've already got a busted fork seal. I ain't trying to exacerbate that situation by any means, and if I can avoid it, I certainly will. So here we are in front of McLean Stadium, getting on at 35 South, headed to Baylor Scott White Medical Center, otherwise known as Hillcrest. Still recording, yep. You know, if it really does come down to being a temperature issue, I don't suppose there's anything we can actually do about that. And maybe we'll just have to deal with it as a reality of running an older camera, the Hero 3 Black, and I suppose perhaps in that case it'll just be, you know, it is what it is. We got to get over. So what else is going on? In other news, if you follow me, yet again, you know, it's every time I talk about things, man, it's mostly dependent on whether or not you follow me already. And so with that being said, if you're not already subscribed, half click up, neutral, there you go. If you're not already subscribed, by all means, guys, click the subscribe button, man. That way you can follow along with exactly what it is I'm always talking about and rambling on about and running my mouth about, etc., etc. So anyways, yeah, that stinks. Holy shit, does that stink? Literally. Cattle truck in front of me, man. It smells like rotten cow ass. Oh, that's bad. We're gonna have to get around this guy for sure. All right, so while we're still recording, yep, while we continue to be scatterbrained, yep, if you follow me, again, my latest experiments with fueling have involved recovering from a lean condition to a, God, I gotta get around this thing, man. It smells like a cow's asshole. It's awful. And then the roads are all screwed up, see? They got all this construction going on, man. So they're widening I-35, adding a lane from what I can tell. Make this sucker a 4-lane. Technically an 8-lane, right? If that's what they're doing. Back to the topic at hand. The fueling thing. I had a random occurrence happen 2 or 3 times at random, sort of at random. Also in first gear, going red light to red light at very slow miles per hour. Specifically, I guess about between 20 and 25 miles an hour. Just about to shift out of first. I experienced some cutting out, if that makes sense. When I say cutting out, I'm talking about like your exhaust note going like that, right? Kind of an indication that you're either losing fuel very temporarily or you have too much fuel very temporarily. Now, of course, it's all dependent on your specific fuel trims and the way they're mapped out in your fuel map. Of course, we're running Marthy's Sport Map, Revision B, I think is what it is. Here's the deal. What changes did we make, though? Well, the changes we made is, of course, we turned all of the potentiometers up to 50%. And so since that was the only change, obviously it has to be a situation where there's maybe a little bit too much fuel. And so what I think was happening is at moderate throttle input, fully warmed up temperatures, well, you know, the bike running at normal operating temperature, I think it was running a little bit too rich in first gear, or on, you know, in relation to the low range potentiometer. Anyways, long story short, what I did is I turned the sumbitch down a little bit. And so we're experimenting with that real time as well. Now, I haven't had any other little fuel cutouts like that. So yeah, I think it was actually it was flooding it. If I don't know if that's a thing, right? Flooding is something associated with carburetors, but I think maybe the fuel injectors were just dumping a little bit too much fuel, kind of bogging her out, making it cut out, I guess. It hasn't done it since, so but it occurred like I think 3 times while all the potentiometers were turned up to 50%. So my presumption was if I just turned the low range one down, and I know I'm repeating myself, guys, I just remember we are here in a dynamic environment on the frickin' interstate doing 70 miles an hour. I'm trying to have a conversation with essentially no one and concentrate on riding all at the same time and not getting killed. So yeah, but you get it, right? You get it. And so, but anyways, if I encounter another weird fueling cutout at low RPM, You guys will be the first to know. I'm always transparent about the mileage of this bike, so if it happens again, I'll let you know. So far, so good. I just turned it, if you're wondering, by the way, that first potentiometer, the dial, I just turned it down 1 notch, see what happens. You know, there's like 10 or 12 notches, I guess, I don't know. So I don't imagine turning it down by 1 makes much of a difference at all. Maybe just enough of a difference, so. And furthermore, just as soon as I remember to recharge the battery on that Hero 3 again. Did I just miss a shift? What happened there? As soon as we get power that thing in, we'll continue our experiment with the SD cards and battery shut off and whatnot. That was a little aggressive on my part, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Oh, here's a fun fact. I actually don't know which building to go to. I can never remember, y'all. And the reason why I can never remember is this damn place has like 4 buildings or something, and don't die. Okay. Oh, and don't hit these speed bumps if you have an aftermarket exhaust, because I discovered that your header will scrape right the frig on top of that speed bump, and it's not good. I'm gonna assume, I'm gonna just have to call the wife is what this is gonna come down to. Women's and Children's Center, you'd think that'd be it, but not necessarily. What we'll do is we'll pick a happy median for parking in between. Look, there's one. There's one. Okay. Yeah, I'll put it right here. Oof, that's it, y'all. Whoo, man, still recording. Yep. So there's our I guess that'll be the title of the video too, Midday Madness, because I don't typically vlog in the middle of the day. This is just an extenuating circumstance where I've got to come to this appointment. So anyways, I guess I'm gonna meet up with the wife and go check out baby Amelia in all her ultrasound glory. But guys, yeah, so just to recap real fast, still trying to figure out the camera situation. This is dead, so we can't very well test our different theories on why that thing shuts off. But as soon as I figure it out for sure, I'll let you know in case any of you guys are having the same problem. And if you're having that problem, drop a comment down below if you don't mind. Let me know what you think. And what else? Yeah, low feeling. You know, if you roll, I slide away.
And what else? Yeah. Low range feeling.
I've turned her down just a tad, and because I was experiencing a little bit of a fueling cutout at low RPM, just cruising 10-20 miles an hour, red light to red light. It was weird. She's never done that before, and again, the only change I made was turning fueling up. So my presumption is we ran her a little bit rich. Am I rambling? Yes, I know I am. Whew. Well, guys, in Texas summer, man, it's hot as shit out here. But I'm gonna get out of here, guys. That's been Half Click Up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Smash a like button if you want. I don't care. Maybe not. Whatever. But it's been me, and this has been you. We're out of here, guys. Till the next one. Half Click Up. Peace. I'm out. Goodbye.